Tonight, a battle royale. Olathe North taking on Olathe South, both undefeated in the 2000 football season. Both highly rated and very explosive. What's at stake? The state playoffs or your season ends. You go home. Olathe North, Olathe South, the 20th anniversary game next on MetroSports. Welcome to a jam-packed and rapidly filling Olathe District Activity Center as tonight MetroSports is proud to present the Kansas 6A District 3 title game as number 3 an undefeated Olathe North taking on number 2 an undefeated Olathe South. Hi everybody, Kevin White with you here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on MetroSports. It's a do-or-die game, winner-take-all game, whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is the winner of this ball game wins the Sunflower Conference crown for 2000. They end the regular season undefeated, and they win the District 3 and qualify for the state playoffs. The loser, they just go home, and they have a lot of heartache. Now, a subplot has developed as far as injuries, and it's not good news for Olathe South. Their all-state quarterback, Travis Jackson, will not play tonight due to mono, and Adam Jensen, their all-conference linebacker from last year, he is out with a neck injury. So 2 key cogs in the Olathe South machine out tonight. And as far as Adam Jensen, Billy Sebesma will move from defensive end and play linebacker. As far as the quarterback situation, junior Justin Dyer will be the quarterback. You remember his brother Zach. Well, this is his little brother. He threw 3 touchdown passes in his first varsity start, a win over Olathe East, 39-14 last week. And if you talk Olathe North football, the guy you always go to, number 43, the best ever to play at Olathe North, Darren Sproles, the all-time rusher in Olathe North history. There you see his seasonal numbers, and he's approaching 4,500 yards on his career. Olathe North, Olathe South. Their opening kickoff is coming up next.
Hy-Vee salutes this week's participants in the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Olathe High School was founded in 1981. This year's enrollment is 1,439 students. Hy-Vee salutes the Olathe South Falcons for their commitment to excellence and their outstanding tradition of high school athletics.
The High School Game of the Week here on MetroSports brought to you by Hy-Vee. Your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance agents, including Gary Hawker, Vic Schmedley, Billy Knab, and Terry Payne. By AMC Theaters. Culligan, Water for Life. And UnderTheScope.com. Realize the dream. The head coach in his 20th year at Olathe North, 3 state titles. Head coach Gene Weir. He has won 82% of his ball games, 88 of his last 100. There is Mark Littrell, the head coach of Olathe South in his 3rd year. Look at that record, 25-4. His team went to the state finals last year. Olathe South won the toss. They've deferred their option to the second half. And Olathe South kicking off. Maurice Mack with the return up across the 30 near the 32-yard line. And that's where Olathe North will have the football. Their quarterback tonight is Brian McCall, the senior, and he's put up very impressive numbers as he completes a very high percentage of passes, and he's got a quarterback rating of 158.33. Spot the football at near the 30-yard line. Darren Sproles to the outside. Darren Sproles into the secondary. Goodbye. Sayonara. Adios. 6-0 Olathe North. Just like that. 71 yards.
By number 43, Darren Sproles.
Well, Darren Sproles, the all-time rusher in Olathe North history, and this is why. He has 4.4 speed, and once he's into the secondary, you can just about forget about it. His 31st touchdown of the season as Jesse Galata tacks on the extra point. 7-0 Olathe North on top. A capacity crowd here at Olathe tonight. As we take a look at it from the end zone. Cleared the right side, and Sproles is history. All-time rusher in Olathe North history, and the most touchdowns in school history. He has 57, now make it 58. Darren Sproles orally committed to play football next year for Bill Schneider and the Kansas State Wildcats. It's an electric start for Olathe North. Jason Sanford, senior, deep back for Olathe North. Jesse Galata with the kickoff. This will be Joe Harris, and it'll trickle into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Quarterback tonight for Olathe South, Justin Dyer, been pretty well documented. Travis Jackson, their all-state quarterback, diagnosed 9 days ago with mononucleosis. Justin Dyer got a start last week, got a win over Olathe East. Those are his season numbers. He had 3 touchdown passes in beating Olathe East 39-14. First and 10 from the 20 now. The Falcons run a run and shoot set here. Keep it on the ground to Joe Harris for a short gain as we take a look at your starting lineups. First for the Olathe South Falcons on offense tonight. Up front, Grizel, Hall, Patterson, Jardis, and Vibrock. Running back, they have 1. That'll be Harris. Wideouts, Humphrey, Sanford, Hammonds, and Schmidt. Hammond subbing for the injured Adam Jensen out with that neck injury. Second down and 8. Dyer's first pass, and it's caught by Josh Schmidt near the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8. They'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Taking a look at Olathe North on defense this evening. This is the #1 defense in the Sunflower Conference. Thompson, Milne, Rhodes, and Carroll. Top tackler, inside linebacker, Royal Whitaker. And as far as the secondary, Jesse Galata has a half dozen interceptions. Third down and 1 now for the Falcons as they go to Harris, and he plows his way for a good chunky yardage. 4 yards in the first down as they'll move the chains. I'd like to introduce to the booth Curtis Lorenz tonight.
How you doing, Kevin?
Great. Good ball game tonight.
Hope so.
Curtis normally is producing and directing. Tonight he is a analyst tonight.
Sometimes you have to do that, Kevin. Sometimes as a producer you do a lot of different things, and tonight it's letting you get a breath in here and there until somebody else shows up.
Another completion to the near side. It's Nate Schmidt again, and it's close to another first down near the 44.
Very important here, I think, Kevin, for South to come right back after Olathe North's big opening play.
Second catch of the night for Nate Schmidt, 24th of the season. He's also collected 4 touchdown passes as the senior Nate Schmidt. And they're going to bring the chains out to take a look at this. As far as the series goes between Olathe North and Olathe South, this is the 20th anniversary game. And the series thus far been dominated by Olathe North.
That's a first down all the way.
As it is a first down, Olathe North winning 15 of the 19 ball games, but last year Olathe South dominated, winning 31-8. As it's 1st and 10. There you see the series.
Gene Ware always puts a good program on the field. Darren Sproul's not the only running back that they've had that's been pretty good. So
called it the running back high school as they go on an option. Dyer caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss.
Good penetration by the left side of the defensive line there.
And Royal Whitaker as well. There's also a flag on the play as we take another look here. As Curtis, you're right, the penetration just too tough.
Trying to mix it up a little bit there with Dyer in there. And defenses, like you said before, top defense in the Sunflower League, not having any of that. But the face mask hurt him.
Face mask penalty on Olathe North. And they'll move it up to the 47-yard line. Olathe South territory. There's the leading tackler for the Olathe North Eagles.
Having a problem over there with the down marker. First down, and where's the ball? Where's the chains?
Referee tonight is Terry Kinney. It's going to be first down and 8 yards to go after the penalty. Another option play to the short side. Dyer slipping and regains his feet and takes it up to the midfield stripe and a gain of about 3. And Curtis, Justin Dyer is the second leading rusher on the team. They sometimes use him as their super back, so he's well versed as far as running the football.
Not afraid to take a hit, not afraid to have the defense come up and be in his face. That play, that last play, I think a better play, he had a better ball fake to the fullback, so the defense kind of collapsed at the middle of the play and allowed him to get outside a little bit.
Second down and 5 out of the shotgun now, and the ball goes through the hands of Dyer. It's loose on the field. 2 Eagles there. We'll wait for the referee's signal. Olathe North football. Big early turnover as Josh Carroll there to cover it up for the Eagles.
Just right through his hands, took his eye off the ball. Pretty good snap, had a lot of mustard on it. You take your eye off it, it gets through.
So Olathe North takes over at the 35-yard line in South Territory. A very inauspicious start for Mark Littrell and Olathe South here. Coming in number 2 in the MetroSports poll, a team that averages 50 points per game. Their defense isn't too bad. They're going to need their defense to step up right here. I formation, Sproles the I back, Chris McGuire in motion. Give it to Darren Sproles, and he hurdles into a pile of defenders and goes for about 3 yards on the play before he's clogged up.
That hole closed up in a hurry on the linebacker side of things, but if they keep opening up the line of scrimmage the way that they are, Darren Sproles is going to have a big night. See the far side of the line here, and with the up back pulling in as well.
Second down and 7 now for Olathe North, leading 7-0 on a 71-yard touchdown run by Darren Sproles. Toss sweep to Sproles. Trying to turn the corner, and Falcons coming up and making the stop as John Priner there along with Jason Sanifer from the secondary. And it's going to be third down and a couple here for Olathe North.
It's got to be nice for Coach Weir. If you've got something that's working, you just stay with it. And Darren Sproles is definitely in that category. Until they can prove they can stop him, keep giving him the ball. You give it to him inside, you give it to him outside, but make them stop Darren Sproles.
And Adam Jensen on the sidelines looking on, thinking what if. Out with a neck injury. He's one of the top linebackers for Olathe South. Can't play tonight. Third down, let's call it 3 yards to go now. Olathe in motion, give it to Sproles. Sproles gets taken down right near the first down marker as nice pursuit there by Olathe South. John Priner with a big defensive stop, number 21.
Coming up from his deep position on the defensive side of the ball, made a nice play, but it appears that, like you say, it wasn't soon enough. Got some help there as well. Sproles is going to get his yards, Kevin. I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
Sproles averages 10 yards per carry, already with 81.
Wow.
And we still got about half the first quarter to play here. This is the fullback, Bergant. He's stuffed on the play. Nice penetration by the nose guard, Joe Harris, number 32.
That's good work by the defensive line there, concentrating on Sproles, but not to get fooled by the different direction that Olathe North tried to go there. Trying to keep him honest.
Second down and long now for Olathe North, scrimmaging at the 24-yard line of Olathe South. And go on a wing back around, and South not fooled at all by that play as Maurice Mack took the carry and was shut down for little or no gain there as Ben Markway had the stop for the Falcons.
Tiny bit of confusion in the backfield there. Who's in my way? Where am I going?
It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now for Olathe North. 3-time state champions, 96, 97, and 98 this year, undefeated. Play action fake by McCall, stepping up, firing, and it's wide of the mark, intended for Darren Sproles. Also Jesse Galata in the vicinity as well. There were 2 receivers in the same area, Curtis.
It was good coverage downfield. They had the wide receiver covered on the corner post pattern, and Sproles waiting to come across the middle and just couldn't find him, but there were also a lot of defensive players there in the mix as well.
Going to be 4th down and long now, and Jesse Galata is the place kicker for the team as McCall coming back out. And Galata splitting wide, so they'll eschew the field goal attempt and go for it here on 4th down. And let's call it 8. Back to pass. McCall wide open. Touchdown, Maurice Mack. 24 yards. And it's now 13-0 Olathe North.
Right down the middle of the field, Kevin. Nobody touched him. Nobody knew he was there. Nice ball fake to start the play. Defense collapsed. No pressure. Looked like the Chiefs and Tony Gonzalez last weekend against the Rams. That play was very well done.
Jesse Galata, the extra point, and it's good. So with 6:08 to go in your first quarter, it's been all Olathe North as on this drive they take advantage of a South turnover, and on a 4th down play they find Maurice Mack coming out of the slot uncovered.
He just worked around the right end and down the middle of the field waiting for the ball.
Tonight's game may be seen on Time Warner cable.
8th touchdown of the season for junior Maurice Mack, the future superstar running back at Olathe North, and the 10th touchdown pass of the season for Brian McCall. There's Maurice Mack on the sidelines.
I think they'll Olathe South will look at Clay Rhodes and see that he probably missed the assignment there on the dive, went with the dive, and by the time he realized what was going on, it was too late. So let me ask you, Kevin, does Coach Littrell change his game plan here at all now? He's down 2 touchdowns. There's 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
I don't think so. They average 50 points per game. I think that they have enough confidence in their offense, and this will help them out a great deal as Galata kicks it out of bounds, and South will get great starting field position here.
Hey, if that nose is to that side, up.
Justin Dyer back out. course, his brother is Zach Dyer, who quarterbacked the Falcons just a few years ago, was an all-state quarterback, now plays football for Terry Allen at the University of Kansas.
South was in the middle of a nice drive on their first drive until the bad snap. I don't see any reason why to change, like you were saying. Go back to what you were thinking about doing. And
so they spot the football at the 35 after the ball was kicked out of play. Sanford in motion, 1st and 10. Harris gets it, stuffed on the play. Eagles all over him, and he's whirled to the turf. Logan Bonney, linebacker, shot in and popped him. Once again, penetration here, Curtis.
Big time hit there. He's all over that. That's what penetration will do for you. You just mix up the whole offense.
A loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. Dyer to throw, getting those happy feet. Now will tuck it and run. And taken down right at the line of scrimmage as Royal Whitaker wrapped up his legs. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
I think that was a combination, Kevin. There was okay coverage down the field, but they had some pressure coming into the middle. And Justin just had to go. Then he ran into a little wet field. He may have had another yard or 2 there without the wet field hurting him.
3rd down and 11 yards to go as Travis Jackson looking on. Out with mononucleosis. Pass over the middle is going to be intercepted. John Lamb takes it away from Sanford. 2nd turnover of the night for the Falcons, and give it back to Olathe North.
Double coverage. Threw it into double coverage. You're going to lose way more times than you're going to win on that.
3rd interception of the season by senior, or make it junior, John Lamb.
I think he was looking that way the whole time, Kevin. I don't know that maybe they weren't in a little early on that as well. I guess not.
Very athletic play by John Lamb. So give it to Olathe North at the 47-yard line in South Territory, and Sproles powers his way for about 3 yards on the play and then is pushed back.
He does power his way too, doesn't he? He's very fast, the 4.5 speed that we saw in the first play, but he's a little guy and he's got very powerful driving legs.
Well, he's a guy that everybody says, hey, he's small, he's 5'7", 160, but the guy benches 320. He squats 500 pounds, so he's small, but he is very, very strong, and as you mentioned, extremely quick, as we saw on that 71-yard touchdown run.
And not just quick down the field, but quick left and right. He's got some Barry Sander type things in him. I don't know if we'll see it today with the field as wet as it is, but he can make you miss as well as drive right through you, and that's what do they say in baseball? A 5-tool player. He's like a 5-tool running back.
No question about it. Ryan Vaughn, the injured player, and boy, more bad news for Olathe South. Ryan Vaughn, one of the top 25 players in Missouri and Kansas, according to Rivals.com, the recruiting service. So more of their superstars off to the sidelines with injuries, and they're already down 14-0 with 2 turnovers in the ball game. Mark Littrell looking for a bright spot tonight. Play action fake. McCall going deep, looking for Maurice Mack. And it's going to be intercepted by Jason Sanford for Olathe South. Well, there's a bright spot, Coach Litt.
Another athletic catch, like you said, on the other side of the ball. That one was too.
Is intercepted by number 84, Jason Sanford.
Well, there's a little bit of athleticism on the field tonight, Curtis.
Oh, yeah. Both sides of the ball. Jason had that measured the whole time. Went up, timed his jump. Ball's a little underthrown, I think, but nothing taken away. Well, he went up high on that. Maybe it wasn't underthrown.
First interception of the season thrown by Brian McCall. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. This is Joe Harris into the secondary. He's got 4.6 speed, and a shoelace tackle saves the day, or he is gone. John Lamb just got his foot as he got tripped up at near the 29, stumbled to about the 32, or he's gone.
Watch the hole on the left side, Kevin. Big hole. The offensive line doing their job there. Brought the crowd over here on the near side of the bleachers to their feet for the first time tonight. It's good to see.
Officially mark it at the 33-yard line. 27 yards on the pickup for Harris. As Dyer to throw on first down. Schmidt wide open. First down and a little more. Across the midfield stripe to the 49 before John Lamb pops him.
Very nice play there. They had the little crossing pattern going on the near side of the field. Ran one guy underneath, one guy across the top. It confused the defense. Very nice play. Very nice play there. Didn't see much of the receivers, but it was a very nice play.
Third catch of the night for Nate Schmidt. 1st and 10 from near the midfield stripe. Dyer going to go deep. Looking for Schmidt. He's got it. 5. Touchdown, Olathe South. 48 yards, and we got a ball game. 14-6.
Single receiver to the right, man-to-man coverage. That's what Justin was looking for. He was open the whole time. Great play. And a great pass. Laid it right in where he needed it. Olathe South's right back in it. This side of the crowd now really getting after it. This is more along the lines of what we expected, I think, this evening.
Josh Mills with the extra point. And it is no good. Now keep in mind, Adam Jensen is their regular kicker, and he is out with that neck injury, so they bring in Josh Mills, and he misses the extra point, so it's 14-6.
Well, we won't call that big yet.
3:21 left here in the first quarter.
Don't forget about it. We won't call it big yet.
There's Jensen. He is their normal kicker. As we take a look at this play, and Schmidt, good coverage here, really.
Good coverage, good protection back here. Justin had all kinds of time. Threw a strike down the field. Single coverage, though. Man-to-man coverage. Single receiver to that side of the field. Ran a couple crossing patterns underneath. Look for the long one. That's a great play.
That is a great throw by Justin Dyer. 3 plays, 94 yards, set up by the interception by Jason Sanifer, capped by that touchdown pass to Nate Schmidt, his 5th of the season.
And I think we probably were seeing the beginning of that same type of drive on their first drive until they had the turnover. So
Mills to kick off a squib kick. They don't want to kick it to Darren Sproles. That's why they're squibbing. And North, an up man, will take it up near the 38-yard line.
Returning the kick for the Eagles is number 33.
Jim Bergant with the return for the Eagles.
That's a tough coin to flip, Kevin. Do you kick it really short, really bad, and give up the field position, or take your chances on the long return?
I say you don't want the ball in Darren Sproles' hands.
He's going to get it enough as it is in the offensive scheme of things.
End around, this is Sproles. Turns the corner and a first down run up near the 49-yard line as he goes for a quick 11.
There's your 10-yard average again, except, well, 10 yards is short of his average now after the first play of the game.
Well, Darren Sproles is one of the nicest guys you'll talk to. Coach Weir says he's double the person he is compared to the football player. So that's high praise from his head coach, and he is a very humble and very courteous young man. 1st and 10. Sproles again dancing his way across the 50 to near the 48 for a short pickup.
And that's big words from Gene Weir. He doesn't put out that type of praise very often to, I mean, his whole team he does, but he's a team concept type of guy. That's the way he coaches.
Well, I talked to Darren this week, and I asked him, I said, Darren, you're going to be one of the finalists for the Simone Award. What would it mean to win that? He said, nothing. I'd rather win a state title. That tells me all I need to know about Darren Sproles. He's a team guy. 2nd down and 7. Give to Sproles on the end around. He's caught and thrown for a loss. John Priner taking him down at the 49. Sproles didn't think he was down, though, as he popped right back up. But he'll be throwing for a loss as we take a look here.
Priner just fought off a block and came in and Maybe a little quick whistle there, huh? That's.
I don't see any knees. Ooh, very close,
That left side there, that must be what the ref saw, but very low center of gravity, strong legs. It's tough to take him down.
John Priner with that big stop sets up 3rd down and long. McCall back to pass, slips, fires, and it is complete to Jesse Galata for a 1st down for Olathe North.
If we go back and look, though, and you watch the pressure that's coming from Olathe South, watch 43 Sproles. He's out there, he's running the ball, he's getting his 150 yards a game, but he's mixing it up in there, making a block. He's helping with the protection. That's some of the stuff you're talking about, Kevin. That's the 5-tool player for football. He's in there doing whatever needs to be done, whatever the play call, that's what he's doing.
From the 39-yard line of Olathe South, 1st and 10. Give on a dive play to the fullback. Royal Whitaker carves out about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Just trying to keep them honest with the dive play there. They do run some option. Olathe North. It's not just Darren Sproles left, Darren Sproles right, Darren Sproles up the middle.
Although that works, but to make that more effective, you have to mix the other guys in. And like they're doing, mix in a pass here and there. Because if you can scheme a defense for one guy, you can stop it. But you can't do that with Olathe North.
This is Darren Sproles. And he gets to the 35 and punched down right there. Brian Vaughn back in after his injury, making the stop, number 54.
Olathe South's tough up the middle. Darren's going to have a hard time getting yards up the middle. He needs to get outside where he can do a cut back against the grain, take on 1 or 2 guys. That's where he's at his best.
Oh, Olathe South held Darren Sproles to only 32 yards in the 1st half of last year's ball game. In the Olathe South win, he went on to finish with 176, but he did not score a rushing touchdown. He threw a touchdown pass, as it's now 3rd down and 6. McCall stepping up, gonna run for the 1st down. He's got it, across the 25, still on his feet, down the sidelines, finally slipping down near the 12-yard line. A big-time run by the quarterback, Brian McCall.
Good play by McCall there. He saw what was going on. He's not going to make it. Put it down. Put the ball down and run for it. Don't try to dance around a bunch of guys. That's a good play.
22 yards on the pickup for the senior signal caller. Also a baseball player. His father, John, is the defensive coordinator for Olathe North. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. It's been exciting here at ODAC. 14-6. Olathe North leading Olathe South in the battle of the unbeatens. Back with 2nd quarter action here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Back at Olathe District Activity Center, we'd like to thank the fine folks at Rental Service Corporation for their help with tonight's game. Give them a call toll-free, 1-800-RENT-RSC for all your rental needs.
You know, I don't know if Vanna White's out of work or anything, but I'm betting that camera guy Bruce Meyer can get a job with Bob Barker on The Price is Right. That's the best wave I've seen in a long time.
After 1 quarter, Olathe North 14, Olathe South 6. Darren Sproles with a touchdown run, Maurice Mack with a touchdown catch. Olathe South countering with a 48-yard touchdown pass to Nate Schmidt as they go on the ground for short yardage, as Royal Whitaker, the fullback, just grinding out the tough yards up the middle.
And I don't think he got much help there. I think the lineman just kind of stepped aside a little bit, and most of that yardage was all him. Good tough 3-yard gain there.
Second down and 6 now. This is Sproles trying to cut to the outside, turning the corner. He got the pylon, touchdown. Olathe North. Darren Sproles, 2nd touchdown of the night.
He was stopped. He was stopped in the backfield, and he just turned on the jets and went around the end. That's very impressive.
8-yard touchdown run by Darren Sproles. Now 32 touchdowns on the season for number 43, as Jesse Galata to try the extra point here out of the hold of Brian McCall. And it's 21-6. Olathe North. 11:15 to play here in your second quarter.
They should have had him stopped here. They had him turned inside. And he bounced outside. Two guys there. Once he gets outside, you can't stop him. That play was designed to go inside tackle on the left side, and he bounced it outside and even further outside around the defense that was there.
Scoring drive, 9 plays, 62 yards, and a good answer drive by Olathe North after South scored on their passing play. Aaron Sproles already over the century mark, averaging over 10 yards per carry. That's no big surprise. He came in at 10.1 for the whole season. As Galata's kick is away, Sandifer catches it in the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
You know, the other thing about Darren is, while he's doing all that running and stuff, nobody gets a good solid hit on him. You know, he's strong and he's fast and he's quick and he's always delivering the blow, but nobody ever hits him square. He's always getting turned sideways, which allows him to come in and run the ball 20, 25 times a game and not be banged up from week to week.
He is very durable. 1st and 10 for Olathe South. 4 receivers set. Go to their super back. Hanson, maybe a yard. Royal Whitaker there, the middle linebacker, to take him down after the short pickup.
And that's just a setup play, Kevin. I don't think they're expecting to gain 10, 12 yards off of that play. They're just trying to keep everybody honest there with the 4 wide receiver set. Try to draw the linebackers in to stop the run a little bit and open up the middle a little bit for a pass play.
Joe Harris rushed for 115 yards in the win over Olathe East. 2nd down and 8. Dyer with a pump. Now fires. The ball is batted and caught by an offensive lineman. I think Jardis may have caught it near the 20. As Royal Whitaker there to bat that one away.
Good pressure on the defense there.
Let's take a look if the offensive lineman actually caught this. I don't think so. They're not moving the line of scrimmage here. Would have been a loss of 2 if he did catch it here. Whitaker with the bat. Third down and 8, setting up the wide receiver screen to Nate Schmidt. He turns the corner and comes up a little bit shy of the first down. Looks like he's about a yard shy of the first down. Looked like he was going to get nothing, though, from the get-go there.
Good move to start with after he caught the ball. A little trouble with the wet field getting started, I think.
Field is very slippery. As we were walking on it before the game.
Yep. There's a lot of games played out here in a season, and the grounds crew out here does a really good job to get the field ready to go from week to week. But when Mother Nature gets involved and they play in the middle of the field the way they do, it's tough. You can see the mud out there. It's a slick surface.
4th down and a couple, and punting time now for the Falcons. Josh Humphrey, who averages 31.4 yards per punt, gets away a nice punt. John Lamb fielding and getting dicked at the 32. Jason Sandifer nearly decapitated him on the play. 40 yards on the punt. No yards on the return, thanks to number 84 right there.
Ball was drifting towards the sideline. I don't think the receiver was looking at the defender. Otherwise, he may have waved a little bit for a fair catch. But nice play by the defender. Nice play by the receiver, too, to hang on to the ball.
Jason Sandifer had an interception earlier in the ball game. Give it back to the Eagles now at their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Darren Sproles. And maybe 1 on the play before they collapse on him.
Once again, designed to go off tackle on the left side. Darren was through the first line and the linebackers and cornerbacks came up and made a nice play. Actually, I think the defensive end there fought off his block and got him from behind.
Nice play by number 40 there, Billy Sebesma. 2nd down and 8 now. As they send Chris McGuire in motion as they work out of the I formation. Sproles across the 40 to the 42 before he's taken down by John Priner and Sean Hammonds. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for the Eagles as we take a look at number 43, Darren Sproles, from the ground level here.
Watch the pulling offensive lineman here that he outruns.
John Pickens, the tackle.
I don't need a block here. I'm just going to go ahead on my own. No question about his ability.
3rd down and short now for the Eagles, and now early movement as the tight end Luke Thompson moved prematurely.
Little anxious there. That's all right. It's big game. I'm actually kind of surprised it took this long to have a mental mistake. Usually by now is when they're starting to settle down. You get a big game and everybody's jumping a little bit at the beginning of the game. So
Coach Gene Weir asking for a timeout. It's granted. So with 8:45 to go here in the 2nd quarter, timeout taken by Olathe North. The Hy-Vee High School game of the week here on Metro Sports. We'd like to thank the good folks at Instant Images. Your business is our business. Instant Images. There you see the 3 state titles won by head coach Gene Weir in 96, 97, and 98. He's won 6 straight Sunflower Conference titles, 7 overall. Looking to take his team to the state playoffs for the 10th time in his coaching career. We'd like to introduce to the booth Larry Parker from the Kansas City Chiefs. Good to have you here. Traffic a little bad out there, Larry?
Just a little bit. It took me an hour once I got off the freeway. It was crazy. People just started parking before I just started walking.
Construction around here. On 3rd down, they go to the hook and lateral. The ball is going to be dropped incomplete as they threw to John Lamb, and he couldn't hold on. And that play looks set up for the electrifying Darren Sproles, but it goes as a... Let's see what they're saying. The referees are huddling up here. Looked like Lamb caught the ball, then pitched it out. Sproles could have kept going there. It looked like a fine lateral to me.
Yes, it did. It looked like a fumble to me. I don't know. In high school, can you pick it up and run?
Sure.
Hey, it looks like a perfectly fine play to me.
So now the official over there on the sidelines is signaling incomplete. So he's saying Lamb never caught the football, so it's an incomplete pass, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. What's your take, Larry?
I don't know about that one. I think it was a pretty good catch, and he made a great attempt to pitch him the ball. He fumbled it, and it should have been ruled a fumble, at the least.
On that hook and lateral, you got to get the ball out quick there.
Oh, yeah, and so, actually in that situation, he probably should have held on to the ball because it was kind of sticky, as our offensive coordinator would say. We have that play in our offensive scheme, too.
And now they're apparently changing the call and awarding Olathe North a 1st down up to the 44-yard line. The referee came over and told Mark Littrell. He nodded his head in agreement, so it'll be a 1st down for Olathe North. First and 10 from the 44-yard line as they go with their double slot option. And from the other slot, Darren Sproles coming around. And the race is up for a quick 6 yards on 1st down.
It's a tough little run right there. I like Darren Sproles. He runs really hard. I had a chance to watch him last year. I came out and watched this game last year. He had a great game last year, and that was a good hard run.
Well, he's going to Kansas State, orally committed to the Wildcats. He said it came down to Iowa and Kansas State is closer. He's very close to his parents, Larry and Annette Sproles, and they wanted him close so they could watch him. They give it to Maurice Mack coming around the left side. Gets a nice block by Jonathan Lamb, turns the corner for a first down run. Maurice Mack, the junior and the future tailback for this team, electrifying as well.
You were talking earlier about Darren Sproles staying close to home, to his family. When I made the choice to go to USC, I chose to stay close to my parents, and he's going to like it being close to home, and his parents can come to all the games. It's going to be exciting for him.
Nice block by the wide receiver there, John Lamb, to spring him. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Olathe North from the 40-yard line. Dive play to the fullback, and he'll be shut down. The linebacker surging in. Royal Whitaker maybe got a meager gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and long as he makes some adjustments to his helmet. Ryan Vaughn, all-conference linebacker from last year, filling things up along with J.J. Hutton. Second down. Let's call it a long 8 now for the Eagles. Give to Darren Sproles. Goes for 3 more.
Wow, as for what I've seen right now, Olathe North is really trying to pound the ball right now. Just keep pounding and pounding.
Now, Olathe North was stung by the loss last year, 31-8. And after their Thursday win in their 2nd-round district ball game over Shawnee Mission Northwest, they pulled into the stadium, and the scoreboard was lit up with that score on their practice field, 31-8, to remind them, hey, what happened last year? On 3rd down and short, they pitch it out to Sproles. 1st down and a little more down the sidelines before he's bumped out.
They'll continue to form and keep running the ball. Hey, if I had backs like this, I'd keep running the ball too.
Just a little option play here, Larry. Sean Hammond's finally got him out just inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 as Sproles continues his big night. Darren cutting it back and goes for 4 on the play before John Kreiner takes him down for the Falcons. Also, Sean Hammond's involved in the stop. He is a fine cutback runner, isn't he, Larry? He really cuts back.
He definitely showed some strength in his legs right there, being able to stop on a dime, and that's going to help him when he gets to Kansas State next year.
2nd down and 7, end around. Maurice Mack turns the corner and close to another Eagles 1st down.
I noticed he was trying to get upfield right there. That shows signs of a great back. The defense was pursuing hard. He didn't get a chance to do it, but I'm sure on this next run he'll get through there.
Let's take a look at Darren Sproles as a blocker here, Larry.
When he gets to Kansas State next year, they're not gonna just want him to run. They're gonna want him to block. They're gonna want him to pass it for the quarterback so the quarterback doesn't get sacked. He's gonna have to do it all.
3rd down and a yard now, just outside the 10-yard line. Sproles, 1st down, dives toward the end zone, touchdown, Olathe North. The hat trick for the senior Sproles, his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Olathe North seemed to run the ball all the way down the field. I think the only pass I saw him through was the hook and lateral, which they tried to call incomplete.
Ten-yard touchdown run for Darren Sproles. He scored from 71, 9, and now 10. It's 27-6. Galata knocks through the extra point. 28-6. Olathe North on top. 5:50 to play here in the 2nd quarter from ODAC.
Olathe North wants to go into halftime, setting the tone and letting Olathe South know that, hey, we're here to play, and there's going to be no comebacks today. That was a very good job by Olathe North's O-line. They created a big hole for Mr. Sproles. Made it look easy for him.
Scoring drive, 12 plays, 66 yards. More importantly, 4:28 off the clock. Coach Gene Weir said one of the keys tonight, move the chains and keep the clock running. A big drive like that will do it. Olathe with the run up. Sandifer from the 1. To the 20-yard line before he's taken down there.
See if Olathe South can get some offense going tonight.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. This team averages 50 points per game, Larry. They can put up the big points, so this ball game far from over. Joe Harris, the lone setback. Give an end around to Sandifer. He's caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Josh Carroll came shooting through number 50 and cut down Sandifer for that loss. Like he lost his footing as well. And we got a slick track tonight, Larry.
Oh, he definitely lost the footing, but hey, I'm going to give credit to the Olathe North defense. They were everywhere. He didn't really have any place to go.
2nd down and now 12. Trips to the near side. Sandifer, Hammonds, and Humphrey. Nate Schmidt, the lone receiver, to the far side of the field. As the quarterback rolling near side, firing, and a sliding catch is made by Josh Humphrey. A little bit shy of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 10. It's going to be 3rd down and a couple here for Justin Dyer and the Falcons.
Looks like it's about 33. Let's see what Olathe South's going to do here.
3rd down and 3, as Larry mentioned. Given on a dive play to Harris. The super back is clogged up, going nowhere. As Milne involved. Carroll also getting off the pile. Great job by the D-line that time for Olathe North. Levi Milne involved in the stop.
Olathe North's defense is definitely playing hard right now. I mean, they had 2 runs and they had no yards put up against them. Now they're forcing Olathe South to punt the ball away.
Olathe South will take a timeout here. 4:19 to go in your 2nd quarter. And then all Olathe North leading 28-6. Our next Hy-Vee High School game of the week, Missouri District action. Oak Park taking on Liberty. That'll be next Friday night on MetroSports. 2 powerhouse teams on the Suburban Conference in the Kansas City area. We're at Olathe District Activity Center. Kansas District action, the title game for District number 3, and the Olathe Falcons, or the Olathe South Falcons, on the ropes, down 28-6 here as Darren Sproles has scored 3 touchdowns. Maurice Mack with a touchdown reception as well. And the Eagles have been very stout on defense as Josh Humphrey to punt it away for the Falcons. His last punt went 40 yards.
Looks like they're not going to put anyone in back. They wanted to put pressure on the punter.
And let the ball take a nice Falcon hop down near the 21-yard line. 55 yards on the punt by Josh Humphrey. And the Eagles will get it at the 21-yard line in their own territory, and Gene Weir's got to like this first half. Last year in the ball game, he was down 17-0 to Olathe South, and Darren Sproles had only 32 yards, but his running back's been on fire in this one, well over the 100-yard mark and 3 TDs. As Ryan Vaughn, he's getting a new jersey.
He asked you a question. So why?
First and 10 now. Give it to Maurice Mack. And he chugs his way for a first down as he goes for 12 yards on the running play.
That is a big guy. I'm looking at him. He's 6'2", 195 pounds. I mean, wow, that's perfect Division I running back. And he can definitely take advantage of these smaller guys that he's playing against tonight.
Well, we mentioned that Darren Sproles averages 10 yards per carry. So does this back. Tonight he's averaging 7 yards per carry. He also has a touchdown reception. Only a junior is Maurice Mack. This is Darren Sproles. Slipped a little bit as he cut, and it'll be a short pickup for Darren Sproles. Joe Harris making the stop for Olathe South. Well, they've had a lot of great backs at Olathe North, but Darren Sproles is head and shoulders above that group. 4,415. Bino Gore played at Minnesota, was with the Chiefs, recently got cut. Or I should say Arlen Bruce was the player that got cut. There you see the Darren Sproles leading in touchdowns. Of course, Carpenter played at Nebraska. Bino Gore's at Southwest Missouri State, I should have said. As they go on a running play to once again Darren Sproles as he takes it up near the 39. It's going to be third down and about 6 yards to go now for Olathe North.
You were talking about Arlen Bruce is saying here, I'm sure he's somewhere in the stands rooting for his boys. We were talking about this game about 2 weeks ago. He was fired up to come check it out.
Arlen Bruce, a Simone Award winner. Yeah, I just saw he got cut by the Chiefs from the practice squad, but he's a guy that looks like he still has a future. Fine wideout.
Arlen definitely has a future. I mean, he was playing well with the Chiefs. It's just part of the business. It's just some things that they happen sometimes.
Screen pass to Maurice Mack, and he takes it near the first down marker. Depends on the spot. Maurice Mack, we've seen his running and showing some good hands as well as Steve Jackson there to make the stop.
Mr. Mack's definitely going to be a great replacement for Darren Sproles when he goes ahead and goes to K-State next year.
Make it Ben Markway on the last stop. I think I said Steve Jackson as you take a look at the first downs. Olathe North dominating in that stat category and on the scoreboard 28-6. It is a first down. There goes Sproles leaping forward near the 49-yard line, and a quick 4 on the play. Darren Sproles, a young man that his nickname was Tank. He said, how did you get a nickname like Tank? He said, I was a 10-pound baby, and in elementary school, everybody called me Tank. So that's his
I think that's
elementary school. He's more like a Ferrari to me. He's pretty quick. Tanks move kind of slow, but he is definitely strong. Timeout taken by Olathe North, and Darren Sproles forecast his future as a star at Olathe North. He went to elementary school at Tomahawk Elementary in Olathe along with Gene Weir's daughter, Sarah. And he told Sarah that he would be the next great running back at Olathe North. The family moved then to the Olathe North District, and he would end up going to Rolling Ridge and become a Pee Wee star, a star at Oregon Trail, and now a star at Olathe North. This young man is not boastful or ostentatious, but he's a pretty good prognosticator as he has become the next great back at Olathe North High School, the all-time rusher and all-time touchdown scorer. And Coach Weir, when he got that message from his daughter, said, okay, we'll see, we'll see. I'm sure he's a very good athlete, Sarah, and I'm sure he'll be fine, but we'll just see. And Sarah would always come in and brag about Tank. Tank's very fast, Tank's so strong. And Coach said, yeah, okay, we'll see. And
No, that's exactly how you have to do it. I remember when I was a little kid growing up, I told my parents, I'm going to play in the NFL. I mean, and I worked hard, and there was times when I didn't think I was going to get there, and people doubted me. But, hey, you just got to keep telling yourself and keep working hard, and that's exactly what this young man's going to have to do to get to, well, he already achieved the level of being one of the best running backs of Olathe North, but to get to even higher and bigger things, he's going to have to keep those goals and dreams alive.
After a second Olathe North timeout, they're going to take their third and final on back-to-back plays here.
There must have been a little confusion down there between the quarterback and the coach.
Well, that is the third and final timeout taken by Olathe North. And we'll take a break. A few minutes before halftime, Olathe North leading Olathe South 28-6. Back to ODAC in just a moment.
But that's a triple threat option right there. And in high school, that's one of the worst offenses to try to defend.
So 1st and 10 now after the nice run by John McCall at the 26-yard line of Olathe South. North in charge, trying to get more. Play action fake. Call with time. Now firing, and the pass is broken up on the far side. Jason Sanifer came through and just leveled Jim Bergant there. There was 2 receivers in the area, it looked like there, Larry.
I got to stand up for my receiver here. The quarterback kind of hung him out to dry. As a receiver, you hate to, he wasn't across the middle, but his back was to the defender, and you hate to be hung open like that.
Like good line protection here. He had plenty of time to throw. And Jason Sanifer with the punishing hit and the pass breakup. 2nd down and 10. McCall gunning the near side, looking for Joe Page. It's too long, incomplete. Good coverage there by Steve Jackson for Olathe South.
That was great coverage. I mean, the receiver really wasn't open in the entire route.
Number 1, Steve Jackson.
I think you got a little acting there by Mr. Page. Hey, you got to do it. The great ones do. Via Chris Carter. He's
no
a great
about
actor.
It. He is a great actor and great talker. Double slot set on 3rd down and 10. Firing the slant. It is caught, and it's taken in for a touchdown. John Lamb.
That's beautiful. That's poetry in motion. I mean, when you run a 3-step slant and the quarterback throws it in rhythm, the receiver doesn't have to break his stride. That's beautiful. I call it poetry in motion because that's the exact play the receiver loves to make and dreams to make in a game. Catch the slant, in stride, score a touchdown, big play. They're going into halftime. Hey, what more could you ask for?
Mark Littrell can only just shake his head as he slaps the back of Ron Gardner, the defensive coordinators. They are vexed on the sidelines as Galata with the extra point. It's good. And it's been all Olathe North. 35-6 with 51 seconds to go before halftime. And like Larry said, just a little slant play here.
It's simple. The quarterback takes a 3-step drop. The receiver runs a 3-step in. Doesn't even break stride. I know John Lamb, he's definitely excited about that touchdown play right there.
26-yard touchdown reception, the capper of a 9-play, 79-yard drive. 3:18 off the clock. John Lamb's 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have to be feeling pretty good here, leading 35-6. Under a minute to play before halftime. Jason Sanifer deep. Sanifer from the goal line. And a nice return up to the 33-yard line. 33-yard return by Jason Sanifer. And that's where the Falcons will start. 1st and 10 now with 45 seconds to go before halftime. Well, Larry, if you're Olathe South, you're a high-scoring offense here. What do you say to your team coming up at halftime here? You're down big, but you've got some weapons here you can come back with.
Well, obviously, if we average 50 points a game, obviously we can score points. So I tell my team, stay composed, don't lose your composure, keep playing hard, and things will fall into place.
Pass incomplete on the near side. They were looking for Josh Humphrey as Dyer scrapes himself off the turf.
What they can't do in the second half is try to get it all back in 1 or 2 plays. It's not going to happen. It's going to be something that's going to take time, and then it's got to keep pounding and pounding, and it'll open up. They got to definitely play some defense and stop Olathe North's running game.
A lot easier said than done when you have a superstar like Darren Sproles as they give it to Joe Harris coming around the right side. A short pickup as he gets near the 37-yard line. Royal Whitaker involved in the stop. Royal Whitaker, a guy that had a tough year last year, had a knee injury, and really been a pleasant surprise this year for the North Eagles. As the clock winding down here in the second quarter on 3rd down and 8, little stretch play to Harris. And he's tripped up, but tumbles forward for a 1st down near the 48-yard line. South will burn a timeout their second. That'll stop the clock with 6 seconds to go before halftime.
I think right now Olathe South should be throwing the ball down the field a little bit. I mean, to at least score a hope touchdown, as we say, right before halftime. But hey, they're trying to keep it simple, not turn the ball over and give Olathe North an opportunity to score again going into halftime. They're just keeping it simple and running the ball.
Mark Littrell, a longtime assistant at Olathe South under the likes of Bud Wheeler and Wayne McGinnis. As far as the other sideline, Coach Gene Weir with that comfortable 35-6 lead. What's his speech at halftime?
Well, obviously he has to tell his team that the game is definitely not over. There's another half to play. And hey, we've seen it earlier this season. Teams come back from worse deficits than this, so he has to tell his guys they got to stay fired up. And this is a rivalry game, and anything happens in these games. I've seen worse.
And we saw the Shawnee Mission North Indians rally from 31-7 at halftime and beat Blue Valley North as the pass comes up short. Looking for Nate Schmidt on the streak pattern there, and the pass came up a few yards short. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
We had a little miscue. I think the receiver was trying to score a touchdown. The quarterback was looking for the shorter completion. Maybe the receiver was right in this instant. He was trying to get past the secondary and get that big one.
Two seconds to go before halftime. Then all Olathe North. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half. Dyer going to air it deep. Looking for Nate Schmidt. And it's volleyballed back and nearly caught by Sean Hammonds, who was trailing the play, but it falls incomplete. And we've reached halftime here at ODAC. And Darren Sproles has led a high-powered Olathe North offensive attack, and they lead rival Olathe South 35-6 at halftime. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports. At halftime at a jam-packed Olathe District Activity Center, all Olathe North 35-6. Kevin Wyke along with Larry Parker, and I look down to the keys tonight for Olathe North. It says move the chains, establish field position, take time off the clock, and we must be at the top of our game. Well, I think they've been at the top of their game, rushing the football. They've taken advantage of a couple of turnovers in the ball game, and Darren Sproles electrifying as always, Larry.
I mean, definitely. I mean, they've showed that they can run the ball and establish run all half. And hopefully they can come out in the second half and do the same thing. For Olathe South, they need to just get back to the basics. They can score. They average 50 points a game. They can get it done. They just have to stay composed and take the yards chunk by chunk and not try to get it all in one play.
35-6 your halftime score. Olathe North leading rival Olathe South. More of the Hy-Vee halftime report right here on Metro Sports. Our Hy-Vee halftime report continues. 35-6 Olathe North on top. And let's take a look at our Hy-Vee first half numbers. And I would say the rushing yards are going to jump out at you and almost bite your leg off here, Larry.
Definitely. Any team that gets over 200 yards in the first half is definitely having a great day.
Third down conversions as well. 8 of 9 for the Eagles. Huge stat there. And the Falcons turned the ball over twice in the first half as well.
To win games, you can't turn over the ball, and you got to you got to keep your possessions. And Olathe North definitely is doing that, converting on 8 of 9 third downs.
As we take a look at the Olathe North marching band, entertaining a full house here at ODAC. We're at halftime. 35-6 Olathe North on top of Olathe South. Back with more after this.
Multi-award-winning barbecue. Slow smoked with hickory wood in an open pit. That's what Marty's Barbecue's been cooking up for the past 40 years. Marty's Barbecue offers daily lunch specials, nightly dinner specials, and an award-winning children's menu. Dine in, carry out, tailgate, or party with Marty's Barbecue and homemade sides. We cater too. Marty's Barbecue. Great family dining at great prices. 2 locations, Kansas City North and Liberty.
A very entertaining halftime performance by the Olathe South marching band. 35-6 Olathe North in control here as we take a look at our Hy-Vee first half highlights. And expect a lot from Darren Sproles. How about from the very first play of the game? He went 71 yards.
Darren Sproles is a human highlight film. Every time he touches the ball, he can score, and this is a perfect example of it right here on the first play of the game.
And Darren Sproles would take it in from 9 yards out. As he wanted to go to the inside, but had enough speed to turn it to the outside and get to the orange pylon here.
Showed great vision right there on that run. But he noticed there wasn't anything up the middle, so he just used his strength and speed and got to the outside and scored right here.
And here's the lone scorer for the Falcons as Justin Dyer finding Nate Schmidt. 48-yard touchdown pass. Extra point was missed. And thus far, Olathe North in charge, 35-6 over Olathe South in the Battle of the Unbeatens. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Metro Sports. Back at halftime here at the Olathe District Activity Center. A lot of activity, a lot of people here tonight. And Olathe North leading 35-6. Teams warming up, getting stretched out for the second half. Larry Parker, what do we look for in the second half, you think?
Well, obviously, we're going to look for Olathe South to open it up a little bit. I mean, not try to get it all back at one time, but to open it up just a little bit. They got to score some points. They're down by a lot. Hey, they're just going to rally back. This is a rivalry game, and they're going to try to get it done. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some double reverse passes or anything like that.
You got to lay it on the line. You lose, and your season is over. As far as Olathe North, I would say they will keep it on the ground and keep Mr. Time running.
Yeah, they're going to definitely try to keep establishing the run, which they already have. And, hey, I might even throw in a couple play actions just to score a few quick touchdowns. I mean, hey, they've been running the ball well, so it should work.
35-6, Olathe North on top. Back with our second half kickoff here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Ready to start the third quarter here at ODAC. Olathe North on top of Olathe South. South won the toss, deferred their option to the second half, so the Eagles will kick off. Galata with a short kick, fielded by an up man. And he'll take it up near the 36-yard line, and that's where the Falcons will try to start their comeback as Justin Dyer out. Had a touchdown pass in the first half to Nate Schmidt there. Also had an interception as well.
Hey, this second half is going to be very exciting. I mean, these guys, they've been going to school against each other for a long time. And, hey, no one wants to be in the neighborhood saying that we got blew out by you. So they're going to play hard this second half.
Swing pass to Sanford. Nice move. And he takes it up near the 44-yard line as Sanford, that nifty move there near the line of scrimmage, got a good gain on first down. Larry's just coming in motion. They fire it out to him like a little swing pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's real effective. It's really a wide receiver screen. Instead of doing it to the running back, you do it to a wide receiver.
It went for 8, 2nd down and 2. On the boot action, intercepted. John Lamb, Olathe North, as he stepped in front of the Falcon receiver, Nate Schmidt. Second interception thrown by Justin Dyer. And John Lamb with a big-time pick there. His second of the ball game. And for John Lamb, he now has 4 on the season.
Boy, exactly what I said. Olathe South definitely can't try to get it all back at once. They still have to run the ball a little bit to keep the defense on their heels.
Pass was intended for Josh Humphrey. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Dive play, Royal Whitaker chugs ahead. And he'll get about 3 yards on first down.
Now he's what I would call a tank.
There you look at Ryan Vaughn, one of the leaders for the Olathe South Falcons in the linebacking core, all-conference player from last year. Second down and 6. Double slot set. Give it to Mack. Trying to turn the corner, in trouble and going down for a loss. Ryan Vaughn there to throw the play for about a 3-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd down and long.
Olathe South's defense looked like somebody struck a fire up under them. Hey, they're playing hard, flying around. Hey, they don't want to go out of this game with the score staying 35-6. They want to get their offense back on the field and give them an opportunity to try to win the game.
Once again, see Darren Sproles blocking on 3rd down and 8. The double slot set and go on a slant pass, incomplete, intended for Jesse Galata.
They tried to go back to the play that they scored on right before the half, and Olathe South is just sitting back waiting for it. Now that it looks like they're going to put their punt return team out there and try to get some good field position for their offense.
Deep back will be Sean Hammonds on 4th down and 8. Punting time now for Jesse Galata and Olathe North, as a player has to tie his shoe before we
got an official shoestring timeout.
The man is, he's been trying to put on his shoe for about 5 minutes there. After the play, he was trying to slip his foot in, couldn't slip it in. I guess your legs are all taped up, your ankles are all taped up. It's kind of harder than people think.
Sometimes the simplest things like putting on your shoe is so hard when you got fans in the stands and people are waiting for you. Everyone's watching you. It gets a little tough.
Galata gets it away. Hammonds calls for a fair catch, and it sails over his head and trickles into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So South will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 9:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter of play. Olathe North leading 35-6 over Olathe South in this District 3 title game. The winner goes to the state playoffs. The winner is also the champions of the Sunflower Conference. and a lot of bragging rights. For 365 days, you can say you won the North-South battle for 2000.
Exactly. That's why this second half is going to be very, very exciting. And as we've come into the second half, both teams' defenses are playing unbelievable right now, not allowing any yards to be given up.
Trips to the near side on 1st and 10 now for Dyer. Stepping up, gunning, and the pass knocked away at the last second. It was intended for Nate Schmidt. Maurice Mack broke on the route and swatted away. Incomplete.
Pass is broken up by number 24, Maurice Mack.
Maurice broke on the play like a little Dion back there. Hey, I saw him kind of pumping it up to his boys on the sideline. He made a great play.
On 2nd and 10, end around. Sanford pounds off a tackler, goes down near the 27-yard line, so a pickup of 7 on the play. Brian McCall, also the quarterback, said he would play some defense tonight, and is doing that. Made the stop on the play. Last year, McCall was a free safety, now the quarterback for the team.
Wow. I'd like to see Olathe South kind of mixed up a little bit. They kind of been just throwing to Jason Sanford and number 9. On 3rd and 3, the hook up to Jason Sanford, and he goes for 13, make it 14 yards to the 41-yard line. It's a first down pickup for the Olathe South Falcons. Little roll, and just kind of looks like he sits down in between the defenders in the zone there. 1st and 10, give it to Joe Harris to the short side of the field. Maybe 1 on the play.
Ball is carried by number
Logan Bonney there, Jesse Galata as well there.
South tried to stretch the defense a little bit, but the defense, hey, they were swarming to the ball. They had great pursuit.
Little stretch play to Joseph Harris. 2nd down and 9 now for the Falcons. Little quarterback draw, and Dyer getting good yardage up to the 48-yard line as he gets 6 on the play before he's taken down from behind. That didn't look pretty at the start, but he's able to keep his legs moving there, Larry.
Hey, he showed great balance there. I mean, he almost was down on the ground. He kept his legs moving and created a couple more yards for his team. I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a couple more trick plays like a quarterback sneak or some reverses or wide receiver screens. They're going to pull all the plugs out to get this thing going so they can score some points.
3rd down and short now as Sean Hammonds comes in motion. They'll give it to Harris, who tumbles his way into North territory, and he's acquired the 1st down, so they'll move the chains.
I think right there, if he wasn't tripped up, he might have got a touchdown because there was no one in the secondary even close to him.
Football at the 48-yard line of Olathe North. Mark Littrell says he doesn't sleep much during the season. I bet he didn't sleep too much prior to last night's ball game. Back to pass goes Dyer, and it's batted down. Big time play coming in for the Olathe North Eagles with Steve Atkins. Make it Levi Milne. I thought it was 81. It's 61. And Levi from the defensive line skying here and got the big mitts on it.
Levi made a great play. He rushed, got great up the field rush on the offensive lineman and just jumped up in there and batted the ball down.
Give it to Sanford on the wing back around. And a nice gain up near the 42-yard line as he goes for 6 before he's tripped up by Brian McCall in the secondary. That'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go now for Olathe South. We play in the 3rd quarter, under 7 minutes to go. And Olathe North leading 35-6.
This is a key 3rd down play right here. They really need to get this 1st down to keep this drive alive and try to score some points.
Dyer with time. Now scrambling out of the pocket. Gunning over the middle. Schmidt.
Wow.
Can't get the catch. It's taken away and intercepted by Logan Bonney for Olathe North.
That was a great defensive play by Logan Bonney. I mean, he stepped in front of the receiver, which I thought the receiver actually caught the ball, but he took it right out of his hands before they hit the ground, and the ref was right there to see it. It was a great play.
Big time play by the senior linebacker for Olathe North. Looked like a simultaneous possession here, but Bonney just muscled it away.
Hey, he's a linebacker that plays wide receiver, so he's obviously big and strong, but since he plays receiver, that means he's fast too, and he got that ball right away.
Just took it away. Third interception thrown by Dyer, and here comes Darren Sproles. And he navigates for a nice gain on first down of about 8 yards. As we take a look at the turnovers tonight, the Falcons plagued by 4 tonight. They had a fumbled snap and 3 interceptions, and a couple of guys that they normally would have in the lineup. All-State quarterback Travis Jackson out with mononucleosis, and Adam Jensen with that Grizzly Adams beard there, sitting out due to a neck injury.
Hey,
so 2 of their big guns not playing tonight.
It's a proven fact. It's football. If you turn the ball over.
Now the ball is turned over by Olathe North as Sproles lost the handle, and J.J. Hutton covers it up for the Falcons.
Funny, as I talk about turnovers, Olathe North turns the ball over. Hey, but for South, they can't continue to make any more mistakes and give the ball back to Olathe North.
So the Falcons will have it back at the 44-yard line of Olathe North. 2 turnovers now for Gene Weir's club tonight. Out of the shotgun for Justin Dyer. A crossing route is caught. Sean Hammond's making some moves. Still on his feet, spun down as he gets 11 and a first down to the 33-yard line.
He showed a little wiggle, as my receiver coach calls it, after the catch. Try to get a few extra yards.
It was shake and bake by Sean Hammonds, finally taken down by Jesse Galata. 1st and 10 now for Olathe South at the 33 in North Territory. They pump it. Now they go deep. Sandifer there. He's got it. Knocked down at the 5-yard line by McCall. 1st and goal for Olathe South.
That was a beautiful play. I mean, they set it up earlier in the game. They were running the wide receiver screen, so they faked the wide receiver screen, and Jason Sandifer just pushed straight up the field, caught the great pass.
Goal, Falcons. Ball is on the 6-yard line.
I like the way he held onto the ball after the catch. I mean, the defender really tried to take his head off, and he held onto the ball and made the grab.
1st and goal from the 6. Joe Harris slicing, dicing, touchdown Olathe South. Joe Harris, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the home crowd was a little quiet a few moments ago, but they're back in it now as the Falcons get their 2nd touchdown of the night.
Hey, Olathe South is saying, hey, this game is definitely not over. We're going to keep moving the ball as they showed this whole drive, and we're going to get some points. They're going for 2 here.
Well, their field goal kicker is Adam Jensen. He's out with that neck injury, and we saw Josh Mills miss earlier, so they have to go for a 2-point conversion here as they send Sandifer in motion. They give it to Jason, trying to get to the pylon. He gets in untouched. It is a good 2-point conversion, and it's now 35-14 Olathe North as the Falcons trying to get back in it. 5:01 to play here in your 3rd quarter.
I think we have one of those Monday Night Football games on our hand.
Six-yard touchdown run by Joseph Harris. Of course, last year they had Nate Proctor, and this was a big question mark for him. This guy has really filled the void. Joe Harris Now we take a look at the two-point conversion. Sanford doesn't get touched here.
He just basically said, I'm faster than everybody out here. They've taken advantage of him the whole drive. He made some very, very big plays on the long pass that got the ball on the 6-yard line. Hey, this guy is really having a great one.
So after the Olathe North fumble, the Falcons score on a 3-play, 43-yard drive, as Ryan Vaughn will kick off for the Falcons. Maurice Mack from the 15-yard line for Olathe North. Has a seam. He's got 4 wheels. Sanford's got 4-5. He angles him and takes him down at the 21-yard line. That was just pure speed on pure speed, and Sanford caught him.
This is definitely not what Olathe South needed. I mean, they just scored a big-time touchdown. This takes all the momentum out of that touchdown, and now they got to fight to get that momentum back in the game.
63-yard return by junior Maurice Mack. Great block there. Got him free, but Sanford able to run him down. Actually, it was Darren Sproles with a good block right there. A superstar back out there throwing blocks as he took out Ryan Vaughn. And we have a timeout on the field taken by Olathe North, their first of the second half. How about Darren Sproles at 5'7", 160, taking on Ryan Vaughn, who goes 6'2", 235, and he blasted him.
Hey, that's a simple matter of heart. In this game, you got to have a big heart to play, and sometimes the little guys have bigger hearts than the big guys, and they take advantage of that, as we saw Mr. Sproles did right there.
We've got Kansas district action going on tonight. We'll go to the other side of the state line. Missouri district action. Oak Park Liberty, our Hy-Vee High School game of the week next week. Friday night, November 3rd, 7 o'clock on MetroSports.
I've seen a couple times tonight that Olathe North has had to call a timeout. That maybe they're not having some communication problems between the quarterback and the head coach. I don't know.
Officially marked the football at the 23-yard line as they work out of the I formation. McGuire, the wing, goes in motion now. Tight end Thompson to the left side. Sproles gets it. And caught for a short gain. John Priner, number 21, came up and grabbed him around the waist. Stopped him for a gain of about 2 on the play.
Tyler Webb was in on that play, too. Trying to put his shoulder pads on someone.
Second down and 8 yards to go as John Priner played a nice game tonight. Keep in mind they don't have Adam Jensen in the linebacking core, one of their top tacklers. Second down and 8, just outside the 20. Quarterback keeping on the option and going down. Not much there for, oh, they said the fullback kept it, and Whitaker chugged for maybe a couple there. Adele, the Falcon linebacker, got him as McCall, who I thought had the football, a little shaken up there as he tries to shake it off. McCall, a kid that really has aspirations of going into coaching. And he's got a good coach on the sidelines right now, Gene Weir, to mentor him, but he'd like to play some college sports and eventually get into coaching. On third down and 3 yards to go. On the option, the quarterback keeps this time and just tripped up as he got inside the 5. Justin Dyer with a shoestring saving tackle as McCall, a little slow to get up. It's going to be first and goal for the Eagles, though. Well, as McCall waving to the bench saying he's okay, he'll stay in.
They got back to what they scored on earlier, that triple threat option right there with 2 running backs and the quarterback, all with the opportunity to get the ball, and the quarterback just keeps it and almost scores but gets tripped up on the 2-yard line.
And McCall, the tough guy that he is, pulls himself out.
And on 1st and goal, they give it to their money man, Sproles, and he's cut down shy of the goal line. Be 2nd and goal now as Falcons playing without their starting quarterback, and the Eagles here without theirs momentarily. John Lamb is calling the signals now for the Olathe North Eagles. 2nd and goal now. From near the 1-yard line, Sproles into the end zone. Touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the night. Make it now 34 on the season. And it is 41-14 favoring Olathe North as we have 2:28 to play in the 3rd quarter.
I think everyone in the stadium knew who was going to get the ball on that play. I mean, they were on the inch-yard line, and they just pounded it in. Darren Sproles didn't score his 3rd touchdown of the night.
4th.
Oh, that's his 4th touchdown. Like, excuse me. Hey, this guy's having
well, you got here in the middle of the 2nd quarter. You missed some action. Galata, left-footed soccer-style kicker, drills it through. And it's now 42-14. Sproles rushing night. Impressive, Larry.
He's rushed 24 times for 174 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wow. Some guys, this takes them 2 to 3 games to get these type of numbers, but hey, he's done it in 3 quarters.
Here we go from ground level. Got to give that offensive line some credit. Darren Sproles always does. Guys in the trenches have done a good job tonight. The guys like Pickens, Carroll, Lewis, Levi Milne, and Josh Cahill. Darren well aware that it's a team game and his line has a lot to do with his success.
I know in the NFL, when the running backs have good days, they usually take them out to dinner. Some guys even buy them things, watches, things like that. I don't know. What can they do in high school? Maybe carry their books around or something? I don't know. He needs to do something for them.
Galata to restart the game. A little squib kick. Sean Hammonds from the 12. And he's drilled after a 10-yard return at the 22-yard line. Hammond grimacing in pain.
Hammond's caught the ball and was trying to dance, and that's what you can't do as a return. You got to take the ball and hit the seams now, or else, as we just saw, you will get pay-out.
Nick Anastasio with a nice special team stop. From the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, trips to the far side. Now Sandifer comes in motion across the set. Dyer gunny, it's nearly intercepted. John Lamb made a break on the ball and had nothing but green grass in front of him, but Jim Brigant almost got the rebound. Karam there as it glanced off Lamb's hands and almost got the pick. And that goes as an incompletion, though.
John almost had his 2nd pick of the night. He made a great break on the ball, and if he'd have caught that, he'd have scored a touchdown. There was no one in his way.
Second down and 10. Quarterback option. Dyer backing his way. And he goes for about 5 yards. Justin Dyer, young man, is a state wrestling champion. Last year as a sophomore, he finished 3rd as a freshman. He's got some guns there. They weren't worried about him playing in this ball game, in a big ball game, subbing for Travis Jackson, because he's already seen the bright lights and been in the spotlight of the Kansas State wrestling tournament. So
he could definitely handle the pressure, huh?
That's what they said. 3rd down and long. Firing, it's intercepted. Royal Whitaker jumped the slant pattern and takes it down near the 24-yard line. Steve Hammond's tackling from behind, so they nearly got it once, Larry, and they tried it again, and this time Royal Whitaker right there with the interception.
I don't know. It seems like Olathe North has some type of connection with the quarterback, and they just know exactly where the ball's going to be. They're breaking on every single ball he's thrown tonight.
throwing into some coverage there as Olathe South continues to turn over the football. Their 5th. Sproles on first down. Thrown for a loss. Ben Markway, number 55 there with great penetration. Stopped the senior back for a loss on the play.
Well, Olathe South's defense continues to be starting off in a hole. I mean, Olathe North got the ball on Olathe South side of the field 2 or 3 times this quarter, and hey, they're playing tough, but their offense has to get something going and give them a chance.
2nd down and 12 now. Dive play to Whitaker. Nothing there. Blue shirts all over that play as J.J. Hutton there to clog it up. Be 3rd down and long. Also John Priner involved, number 21, who's had a nice game tonight for the Falcons on defense. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Olathe North leading 42-14 here. Big night for Darren Sproles with 4 touchdowns, but the Falcons have turned the ball over quite frequently tonight.
Olathe North is just keeping it fundamental tonight. They're running the ball, and when they're passing it when they have to.
Pass broken up and caught out of bounds by Sean Hammonds. And they said he did not get any feet in bounds. It's an incomplete pass.
Broken up by number 10, Sean Hammonds.
Looking for, looks like the tight end there. And nice break on the ball by Sean Hammonds. And he was juggling on the way out, so.
He was an inch or 2 away keeping that ball in bounds and getting possession back.
And on 4th down, they'll go for it. Darren Sproles sprinting to the near side, and he'll be well shy of the 1st down as the Falcons there to shut him down. Jason Sanford with the stop after about a gain of 6. So Olathe North will turn over the football on downs to Olathe South, but the Falcons down big, 42-14.
Well, right now, if Olathe South holds Olathe North to a field goal, their defense did their job. I mean, they started off in a hole, and they stopped them. Oh, my bad. They stopped them on downs. What are you watching, Larry?
It happens to the best of us, Larry. 1st and 10 from the 20 as Sanford goes in motion. Joe Harris gets the running play. Goes for 5 yards in the play as the 3rd quarter clock has wound out here at ODAC. And Olathe North leading Olathe South by the score of 42-14. Back with the 4th and final quarter here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on MetroSports. And we're back to action here in the 4th quarter as a passing play for the Falcons is broken up. That'll set up a 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. Logan Bonney with the breakup there. Logan Bonney's had a nice ball game. He's good friends with Darren Sproles. When Darren Sproles moved to Rolling Ridge, 4th grade, he said nobody really talked to him, so I went over and started talking to him, and Logan Bonney and Darren Sproles have been best friends ever since. 3rd down and 4 now for the Falcons. Just underway here in the 4th quarter as Dyer rolling and drilled from behind and sacked. Logan Bonney with the quarterback sack.
Well, Olathe South is in a situation now where it's the 4th quarter. They're losing by a lot. And Olathe North knows they're going to have to pass the ball, so they're just blitzing everyone. They're sending safeties, linebackers, they're sending whatever to get to the quarterback, and they did right here.
Dyer never saw him right from the blind side and just drilled him. 4th down, punting time now as it's 4th and 12. Josh Humphrey will punt it away deep in his own territory.
It looks like the ball was tipped.
barely got that one away, and I think it was partially deflected as it takes a sideways hop and is touched down at the 44-yard line. 25-yard punt, no return, and give it back to Olathe North. Leading here, 42-14. As we take a look here, they had a lot of pressure on Josh Humphrey here. Royal Whitaker came through, and the official says it was tip. Terry Kinney was clapping his hands there in the background. Brian McCall and the Olathe North Eagles back out, set up in an I formation. And they give it on the slot around, and that is Maurice Mack for 2 hard yards before Falcon linebacker Joel Adell able to collect him on the play.
Well, once again, Olathe South's defense is still playing hard. They have the I don't want to die attitude, and hey, they're just going to go out and keep hitting people.
Page, the receiver to the near side. Chris McGuire to the far side. Mack continues in the right slot. As they go on the quarterback option, and the call keeping, and runs for a first down. Taken down at the 31-yard line. As he's able to go for 11 yards and move the chains now for the Eagles here as McCall goes to the sidelines to confer with Coach Weir.
Those type of option plays work when you have a running back like Darren Sproles who can score it from anywhere. I mean, the defense is so worried about the quarterback pitching the ball to him that they sometimes will let the quarterback get a couple extra just to avoid Sproles from getting that big run.
1st and 10 now. Give to the fullback, and Whitaker plows his way down near the 29-yard line. A pickup of 3 on first down, and Royal Whitaker having a very effective night playing linebacker. He's had an interception tonight and had a good night running the football. Like you said, when you got a Sproles there that everybody's worried about, sometimes you can get the fullback free on that dive play.
Yeah, when you have a guy like Sproles and you have the quarterback who can also run, and then you have the tank in the middle, hey, you got an offense that's hard to stop, and they're showing that they can get it done, scoring 42 points right now at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
2nd down. 7 yards to go. McCall pitching to Sproles, and Sproles going for 3 more on the play. Steve Jackson there. It looked like Darren kind of slipped as he made his cut around the corner there.
Yeah, the surface seems to be a little slippery. I've seen a couple guys throughout the night have some trouble keeping their feet.
It is a extremely slick track. Field gets a lot of play throughout the year, and grass pretty thin when I was walking around, and there was some moisture on the field, and it was kind of slick. 3rd down and 4. Maurice Mack. 1st down, down the sidelines. Mack finally pulled out of play by John Priner, but it'll be a first down for the Eagles as Maurice Mack. Boy, it is
with the tackle.
So tough for defenses to stop Sproles, and then you got a guy like Mack. Boy, pick your poison here.
Mack right there showed us some sweet feet, slowing it down, kind of keeping his feet going. Look at him set up his block. I mean, that's great. Then he showed, like I said, sweet feet. He almost got by.
Another good block by Darren Sproles. 1st and goal now, near the 10-yard line. Stretch play to Darren Sproles. Still fighting, and he goes down near the 5-yard line. Billy Sebesma finally got him. Well, Darren Sproles showed some strength there.
Yes, he did. I mean, he tried to wiggle the guy and give him a little shake and bake to get by, and the guy grabbed his jersey. He almost got through, but the defense was swarming to him and took him down.
Someone found a binocular case in the stands. If you want to claim it, press box.
2nd and goal now. Well, one thing Gene Weir said about Darren Sproles, he thinks he'll be a better college back than he was in high school. So he really thinks once he gets to the college level, he'll continue to improve. As They give it to Royal Whitaker, and
Ball is carried.
Adele right there, and also Markway, and about half the defensive line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line as he got about a yard on the play.
I'm sure Coach Snyder over there at K-State is definitely going to get some use out of Darren Sproles. I mean, he's going to have a better offensive line. The holes are going to be there a little bit more. And, hey, K-State, they score a lot of points, so he'll get a lot of usage in that offense.
Well, everybody's big gripe about him is he's too small. He's too small. He's only 5'7". Well, David Allen, who plays for Kansas State, is a very good rusher for K-State, is not a very big guy either as they toss it out to Mack, backing in, touchdown, Olathe North. Maurice Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this is turning into a blowout for Olathe North.
Olathe North is taking advantage of every opportunity they've received this game. They're running the ball, and when you run the ball in any level of football, you're going to have a lot of success, and they're not being stopped tonight.
Lotta in with the extra point. And it's through there, 49-14. Olathe North as Maurice Mack with his 9th touchdown of the season. As Maurice Mack on the 3rd down play, just the short side of the field here, Larry. Not much room to roam, but the big guy got in.
Hey, when I have a running back with that type of size and that type of strength and speed, I'll run into the short side, to the wide side, any side, because I know he can get it done. Showed vision, balance. He showed it all right there.
He goes 195, but he has 4.4 speed. He's a young man on the very successful Olathe North track team, as a number of these guys are. North won the Sunflower Conference title and the regional titles. You take a look at the scoring drive. 8 plays, 45 yards.
Well, just like Sproles, Mac next year is going to have the college coaches just fighting to get into his house and talk to him and his parents, and hopefully helping his decision on where he's going to go to school.
Well, actually, Larry, they already are. They like him, especially as a college cornerback. And he does play cornerback on defense as the return is up to the 30-yard line. Gene Weir's homie, he said, now with all these teams doing the 7-on-7 in the summer and passing, he said, I've had to go to a physical, fast cornerback, even on the high school level, and that's what Mack is.
Oh, I mean, hey, when you have a guy who's 195 pounds, 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, that can run, hey, he can stop a lot of the big-time receivers that are in the NFL now, the Randy Mosses, or not even in the NFL, even in college. They're going more towards the bigger 6'2" and up wide receiver. And, hey, when you got a guy like that who can cover him and can run with him, hey, he has everything.
Short gain on 1st down, Joe Harris running the football. It'll be
52, Taylor Lewis.
2nd down, and let's call it 7 yards ago, as there you look at the total yards tonight. Olathe North dominating. A complete switch from last year's. Dyer now will tuck and run. He's got the 1st down, and it's across the midfield stripe to the 49 of Olathe North. Good strength by Justin Dyer there.
That's that toughness as a wrestler. Most quarterbacks would have tried to slide or get down, but hey, he said, I'm tough. I'm a state champion wrestler, and I'm not going down. You're going to have to take me down.
Well, Coach Littrell said this is one of our toughest guys. Last year in week 1, he was diagnosed with a hernia, played the whole season with a hernia, and being someone that's just gone through that whole procedure this past month, I don't think I'd want to play with a hernia, but Dyer did, as Sandifer with the catch and goes for a short gain, or maybe nothing on the play, as the Eagles really read that little flat pass very well. Dyer also had a broken finger in week 7 and continued to play, so this guy is a tough hombre, says Mark Littrell.
Definitely. I know what it's like. In college, I had a hernia that I had to have operated on, and it's not anything that you want to play with.
No, sir. I will agree with that. Joe Harris. A lot of congestion there and no running room. It'll be 3rd down and long.
Tackle was by John Pickens, number 66.
3rd down and 10 now. Just inside the midfield stripe. Dyer. Gunning, and it's broken up. Looking for Jeff Hansen. But the pass broken up there by Webb Tyler, Jr. 6'3", 168. Or I should say Tyler Webb was the pass breakup. I forget. Olathe North lists all their players' name backwards, so got to remember that. Sorry. Sorry about that, Tyler. Tyler Webb. 4th down and 10. They'll go for it. Down big in the ball game, and the pass going to be intercepted. John Lamb with his 3rd pick of the night. Down the sidelines. Finally tripped up. Huge night for John Lamb, the junior. His 3rd interception of the night. 6th turnover for the Falcons. Give it back to Olathe North. And boy, everybody congratulating John Lamb, but he's been Justin Dyer's nightmare.
Hey, everyone, his congratulations are just. I mean, hey, he's been having a great night. He scored on the touchdown right before half. He's had 3 interceptions tonight. What more can you ask from a guy? Reminds me of me back when I was in high school.
Getting a lot of picks there in your high school days?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I didn't even play receiver in high school. I was a safety. I liked to hit people when I was younger. Then I got a little older and the guys started getting bigger. I didn't want to hit people anymore.
Time now for our BrandSmart play of the game. Watch football all fall long from the best seats in the house on a big screen from BrandSmart. First play of the game, Darren Sproles off the right side. He streaks 71 yards untouched. And this got Olathe North off to a great start. And they haven't looked back as they lead 49-14 with under 5 minutes to play. Our BrandSmart play of the game courtesy of senior Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles with 184 yards. It's at a number of 300-yard games. His best game, 318 in game 1 of his junior year against Lawrence Free State. Darren Sproles, a good student, also not just a good athlete. He really works hard on his studies. His flags will blow this play dead as backups have been inserted. Darren really works hard on his schoolwork and very close to his parents, Larry and Annette. Coach Weir will tell you that Annette, his mother, is a huge influence, and his guidelines are this: his discipline and his schoolwork must be taken care of. Football is always third, and his mom was very ill his junior year, and it really bothered Darren. His mom was fighting colon cancer, and it really disturbed the young man, but he got through, and his mom is doing fine. I'm sure Larry and Annette are here tonight and very proud of their son, Darren. As we go a little short pickup here.
I'm sure they're definitely proud. I mean, I know my parents were the same way. They're like, school is a must. If you don't go to school, you don't get good grades, you're not going to play. That's the bottom line. It just makes you well-rounded. I mean, you can't be good at one thing and bad at another to be successful all around. You got to be good at everything.
2nd down and 13 yards to go. And Dan Evans, a junior, running back in now as Darren Sproles' night is over. We have a flag on the play. It's been a well-played ball game. Not too many flags tonight, but this one's going to go on Olathe North.
Actually, this whole second half, I think those were the only 2 flags that we've seen.
Legal motion on the offense. Replay 2nd down.
Terry Kinney, the referee tonight. now it's going to be second and a country mile for Olathe North, but they lead big here, 49-14 as the clock runs in the fourth quarter here. Olathe North going to go to 9-0 and advance to the state playoffs for 2000.
Kevin, how do you think Olathe North is going to do in the playoffs?
I think that they've got to be one of the favorites. I thought the winner of this ball game would probably go to the state finals, where they'll probably hook up with Garden City. Seems like it's an Olathe school or Garden City in the state final. That's the way it's been the last few years, and I don't see any reason why Olathe North can be stopped. Shawnee Mission North is a team that more than likely, we don't have any of the finals in, but will more than likely be in their way. And Olathe North beat them earlier this season 37-6. As the quarterback options keeps and goes down.
Well, if Olathe North can continue to run the ball like this the rest of their season, I can't really see anyone stop it. I mean, hey, when you have a guy like Darren Sproles and Maurice Mack, these guys are tremendous athletes and can get it done, and a quarterback that can also run too. And hey, they keep running the ball. No, there's going to be no stopping these guys.
Speaking of Darren Sproles, he's tonight's player of the game. And brought to you by our Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance Agents. Young man deserves it. Darren Sproles, our player of the game on fourth down. Nice run there by Dan Evans. He'll come up well shy of the first down, however, and Olathe South will get the football on downs.
Change of possession. First down.
A lot of clean jerseys in there now, Larry.
I see it. You can tell that they've definitely put the second string guys in. And, hey, everybody in high school gets a chance to play, and hey, this is their fun right here. Coach is giving them a little fun time.
Justin Dyer keeps on the quarterback option. Across the 30, still on his feet near the 38-yard line before he's bumped out of play. Goes for 16 yards and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, right now, Olathe North just wants to get out of this game with injury-free. They don't want to get anybody hurt for the playoffs, and they just want to get into the playoffs and avoid injuries at all costs.
State playoffs will get going next week, and it's hard to forecast, but I think you got to consider Olathe North one of the favorites to get to the finals, no question about it, as Sanford gets it on the end around, grabbed and taken down. Adam Venegas making the stop for Olathe North, number 75 there.
That was a big, strong tackle right there. This guy's a sophomore. He looks to have a great future here at Olathe North.
Falcons going to the state finals last year, but prior to that, the Eagles won 3 straight state titles in 96, 97, and 98. As Harris gets it, going nowhere. Third down and long as the clock winding down here. Well, I think the Olathe North kids had a lot to prove tonight. They said they lost their respect. They didn't play with a lot of intensity, and they got kind of pushed around by Olathe South, but all week long they had to look at that scoreboard. The coach had the final score of last year, 31-8. And they had a purpose tonight. Granted, you know, Olathe South had some very key guys. All-state quarterback Travis Jackson did not play tonight. Adam Jensen, an all-conference linebacker, was out, so 2 critical guys not playing. Dyer only making his second varsity start, throws an incompletion there. And you don't like to make excuses, but 2 key guys were out. And Gene Weir's team said that didn't matter to us. You know, we're going to come out and play them. They're a very good team.
Hey, those excuses.
And they came out there and took care of business tonight.
Hey, those excuses don't mean anything to Olathe North right now. Hey, it's a football game.
Sean Hammonds with the catch. Taken down inside the 20 near the 17-yard line. Nice pass from Justin Dyer to Sean Hammonds.
Olathe South trying to score one last touchdown before the clock runs out, but it's a little bit late. As Olathe North, it looks like they're, well, not looks like, they are going to win this game.
First and 10 now for Dyer. Give it to Sanford. Some running room. Turns the corner, still on his feet. The goal line, touchdown, Jason Sanford. As he goes 18 yards. And Jason Sanford.
Jason Sanford's been a little workhorse tonight.
He really has.
He really, I mean, they haven't scored that much tonight, but hey, he's been working and he's been making some great plays. He shouldn't hold his head down at all.
He's had an interception, his 4th of the season. Sixth rushing touchdown as they go for the 2-point conversion. Harris gets the carry. No signal.
Stopped a little short.
A little bit short. His knee hit down as Sanford looks a little tired there, and he has a right to be. Sanford, one of the top rushers on this team. We'll pitch out to him. Huge lane there. Sanford, the second leading rusher on the team, came into tonight at 354 yards. Well, Coach Gene Weir, you've got your respect back.
Definitely
Sproles had a lot to do with it.
definitely got some respect back. There's not too much they can say bad about Olathe North tonight. They've had a great game. They showed that they definitely were the better team, and they've dominated the whole entire game.
Well, they have shirts over at Olathe North that say the road to the state title runs through Olathe North. And I said, Coach, what about those shirts as they go with the onside kick? And Jim Brigant covers it up for North. And he said, hey, we believe that. We believe the state title runs through us. So Falcons came up short tonight. Eagles going into the playoffs with confidence. And Adam Jensen, hopefully his neck will get a lot better as he couldn't play with a neck injury tonight.
Definitely for Olathe North, you always got to go through your rivalry to get to anywhere, to any championship game that you want to get to. And they definitely ran through their rival today.
Well, that's the big argument. Losing team, a team with a losing record, is going to make the state playoffs, and a team like Olathe South going to finish at 8-1, not in the playoffs. There's been a great deal of forum and discussion about, you know, what they should do. Should they seat? Should they go to 18 districts?
They're definitely going to have to change the format of the playoffs. I mean, that's ridiculous that a team that goes 8-1, they work hard, that they can't get to the playoffs. That's ridiculous.
Well, my theory is you're going to have to play these guys sometime. You know, whether you play them earlier or later, you're going to have to play these guys. So, you know, no, it's not fair. No system's going to be fair, but life isn't fair. So the Falcons fall tonight, and they'll end their season at 8-1, a disappointing loss to rival Olathe North, as Olathe North wins it 49-20 as Coach Gene Weir strolls over to shake hands with a good friend of his, Mark Littrell. They talked throughout the season. I said, you guys talk a lot? He said, yeah, we call each other on the phone about every day. So the Falcons fall this time, and Gene Weir and his Eagles regain their respect that they were looking for after a disappointing loss last year. Final score, 49-20. Olathe North goes to 9-0, and they're the 2000 District 3 champions. Back with our postgame after this. The high school game of the week here on Metro Sports has been brought to you by Hy-Vee, your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance agents, including Thomas Riggett Sr., Scott Dreyer, Alan Curtis, and Stephen Ferguson. By AMC Theaters, Culligan, Water for Life, and UnderTheScope.com, realize the dream. Olathe North wins it in the Battle of Olathe as they take the district title game 49-20 to go to 9-0 on the season. South will end their season at 8-1. And the series now goes 16-14 Olathe North as they win the 20th anniversary game here before a huge throng of people. And Larry Parker, you know, they ran the football. Olathe South turned the football over. They took advantage of the turnovers, but Darren Sproles had a big night. And the defense played well also.
Well, definitely. Olathe North established the tempo from play one when Darren Sproles scored on the 71-yard touchdown. They said tonight, we're going to run the ball, we're going to control the clock, and we're going to just take control of this game. And that's what they did all night. Darren Sproles had a great night. Maurice Mack had a great night. These two backs are some of the state's top backs, and actually Mack's coming back next year. But Olathe North just stayed running the ball and had a great night. And Olathe South, they had a tough night. They had a lot of turnovers, and that's what kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Half-dozen turnovers as the fans all backed up. They've got construction here at ODAC on one of the roads, and there's very few avenues out of here. And just sit back and get comfortable, folks. You're going to be here for a while. But, Larry, let's talk about the state playoffs now. Olathe North, a team that's got to be reckoned with here because they can run the football so well with the likes of a Mack and a Sproles.
Well, obviously, they showed tonight that they, like I said, they can run the ball. And I don't care who they're playing against in the playoffs. If they can establish the run like they did tonight, I mean, they had 237 yards rushing in the first half alone. If they can do this in their next games to come, there's going to be no one that can stop them.
Final score tonight, Olathe North over Olathe South, 49-20. We go to the Missouri side next week for Missouri district action. And a good ball game coming up between Oak Park and Liberty from William Jewell. The Northmen and the Blue Jays next Friday, November 3rd, 7 p.m. Only on MetroSports, only on cable. Our producer-director tonight has been Matt Cunningham. Thanks to Curtis Lorenz and Larry Parker. Kevin Weick saying good night from ODAC, where Darren Sproles and the Eagles are going to state.